So just a few housekeeping things before we get into today's video. First off, I just want to point out that I am now offering memberships to my channel where I will be offering exclusive content. I'll be doing weekly lives. I'll be, doing a lot more training style videos. There's like a question, or if there's a certain topic that you want me to talk about and do a video on, you have the opportunity as a member to put that request in. Please, if you would be so kind, go ahead and join as a member to the Keena Crew. You can officially be a part of the Keena Crew. Just hit join on my video or on my channel. It's somewhere it says join. I'm not sure what it looks like. Just when y'all see the button, just click it. What's going on, everybody? Yo, I got 6 people in here so far, and I love each and every one of you. Drop some comments. Drop whatever, your city, your state, let me know where you're at. If you don't know who I am, my name is Keena Renee, my channel, Keena. Oh my God, my AirPods is just giving me so many issues. And it would, because this is the first episode and stuff happens when you're launching new things. But like I said, if you don't know me, my name is Keena Renee, Keena. My channel is dedicated to entrepreneurs and notary loan signing agents. And today is the premiere episode of the Notary Wind Down with I. Okay, I wanted to do something that was fun, lighthearted for notaries. We work so hard, y'all. We're out here grinding. We work so hard. And I just wanted to do something that was more relaxed. Okay, just like y'all know me. Y'all know your girl loves to drink. What's up, Teresa? Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you, everybody, for checking in. So without further ado, okay, I'm going to bring on my boy. So y'all know him, okay? We actually started our YouTube journeys like around the same time. So that's why this is very special that I get to have on my brother, okay? My brother in YouTube and in notary life, Mr. Jeron Akeem.
Hey, everybody.
Listen, Jeron, let me switch these. These were just fine like 5 minutes ago when we were talking, right? Like, right. Okay, see.
It's the live. You know how that happens when you're live. But boy, get it situated. So yes, I am Jeron Akeem. And as she said, we both started our channels right around the same time last year. Like I said, I am Jeron Akeem. That's my channel. I started my channel mainly because it wasn't a lot of males out here at the time when I was doing it. And also I started because I wanted to show people how at the time you could do this business while also holding a full-time job down. So that was the reason why I started my channel. And yeah, it's been on the up and up ever since. And like I said, being in this industry, I've met so many people and so many other opportunities and doors have opened. So I'm definitely grateful for the people I've met, the connections I've made, and I'm excited to be here with you guys. So this is my second live YouTube event, so I'm super duper excited. And yeah, I'm just here. I got my wine, so yeah, it's been a long day, so I'm ready to sip and chat,
Listen, I'm drinking today some leftovers, okay? So barefoot Moscato, because we really know better about the damn price tag. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Wine is wine. It could be a $3.99 or $15.99. It really doesn't matter, right? That's my motto.
Well, I will say I tried this wine from I forgot the name of that store. What's the store called? It's like where you have to put like 25 cents in the bucket. You have to bring your own bag.
Aldi.
Yeah.
Aldi.
So I tried like a $3 wine there, and I had like the worst hangover the next morning. I was like,
really? I must be immune, which is terrible. That's terrible. I must be immune to it because I be going to Aldi's all the time. But let's go ahead.
I will say on the signing side, a lot of my borrowers, people I've sat with, have put me onto new wines. So it's like, So I will say that's the thing I will take away about business. You meet a lot of interesting people who put you on to stuff because they definitely like it. So now when I go to one of my favorite restaurants called Stirred, I ask for like a red blend because they know I like sweet wines. So yeah.
Me too.
That's the takeaway I took back from people I've met.
Have you ever been at a signing and just like peeps the person's bar and just be like,
Oh yeah. Like I've had, That's always like, that's honestly, that's my conversation starter. Because, we us coming in the house, they don't know us, we don't know them. So, me, I'm a people person. I like to talk. So that's my way of opening a door for a conversation as we're going through the whole process. So I'll check out, either kids or, pictures, but wine or a drink bar. I've done that. It's been times where they're like, hey, you want to take a shot before we start? I'm like, no.
Exactly. Yes. I'd be like, let me sign these documents and do everything first. Then we can have that conversation.
Yeah, I've had people offer me like wine, especially if you're doing like after 6 p.m. I've had families invited me to stay for dinner. I'm like, no,
oh, do you want a plate?
It's like,
I'm like, oh, well, let's do this first, and then afterwards I'll take a plate home. How about that?
With COVID and everything going on, and I'm just like, no. But I think now it's like kind of easier for me because I've been on this pescatarian journey since July. So a lot of times, I'm like, no, I can't eat that, but thank you. So that's kind of my way out.
Yeah, I've done the pescatarian thing. I definitely would say my way out is just like, oh, let's wait till after the signing, because then after the signing, I'm like, oh, it's all right, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I just push people off that way, because to me that's the easiest way. Instead of like, I'll be like, maybe after.
Yeah, but I've had couples where like we're like near the end, and 9 times in the wife, she's like, "Do you need me?" And I'm like, "No." And then so she'll go in the kitchen, and she actually flagged me down when they like, "Wait, you forgot your plate." I was like, yes, really? I'll take it. But
right. It's okay. Especially if they have pets. Definitely not. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say specifically cats. To me, because I'm allergic to cats, so I can't really, if people got cats in their house, I definitely can't eat the food. You know what I'm saying? I just, because I'm allergic. So.
Well, I will say, being in the industry, because I like to respect people's homes and their space. But it took me, honestly, I will say, it took me earlier this year to start speaking up, because I remember a closing where like it was like they were just all over me, from the cats, the dogs. Like at first, I'm like cool because I have a dog. I'm cool with dogs, but then again, it's like, okay, like the dog trying to hop in my lap, the cat hopping on my papers. It's like, can you like get them? So it's times where I'll like speak up, because I'm like, hey, I don't want anything to like happen to these documents. Kind of want to get through this closing successfully. So sometimes you got to speak up. If you want to get through.
And for me, it's the mask. Like I get a lot of people that say, "Oh, you don't have to wear a mask." I'm like, I'd rather keep it on. It is a requirement of us to keep our mask our mask on, but that helps me a lot. Like honestly, it definitely helps me, especially if there's cats, because I'm allergic, but obviously me being in the signing for the short amount of time that I'm there, and with me wearing the mask, it doesn't really bother me. I just try to, let people know, hey, just so you know, I'm allergic. Shout out to my mama. She just texted me and she said that you were cute, Jeron.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's have a drink to that, okay? This is so random.
Yeah, I've got that a couple times, especially at a couple signings.
Like, hey, that's a whole other. How do you handle that? So people, well, first of all, shout out to Miss Deja Hauser, new signing agent from Michigan. Super nervous but ready. So shout out to you, Deja. No need to be nervous. You got this. This journey is one that is going to change your life. Okay, is one that's going to change your life. So have you ever at a signing just like, saying like, people try to talk to you like flirting and all that other stuff?
Yep, I've had a couple of those. It's typically the ones where like, I know I had one signing where their daughter was home and they was like, it's like, you need a man. And he seemed like a good man. I'm like, well, I kind of have my own situation going on. So I'm like, kind of thank you. But, just get out here and, Just go
meet
out,
somebody.
get
Right.
out the house. You'll be surprised who you meet. So that's how I was. I think that with anything in general, just like even in this business, like I had to put myself out there. Like I was finding like these events, like real estate meetings and stuff, and just like going like, hey, introducing myself. And I feel like that's with anything, like versus if you're dating, because I mean, my next door neighbors, like they met each other at a bar, and now they're like married 3 years. They celebrated their 3rd year anniversary like yesterday. So I mean, you just have to get out,
Yeah, and that definitely relates to the notary business, because in order for you to get business, like you really have to put yourself out there. Like you really just have to pound the pavement and kind of get out of your comfort zone. And a lot of people get in this business coming from working like regular jobs. So, that whole having to, be your own boss and be your own brand is new to somebody that, whose paycheck doesn't rely on what you do every single day. So, yeah, I'm grateful that there's a lot more people getting into the business. Because let's talk about it. Let's talk about this whole oversaturation, because I know you probably get that. I get that all the time. And oh my God, my mother is still texting me. I'm about to block her from my YouTube. About to block her. Okay, block. Okay. Oh my God, I done lost my train of thought. What was I just saying? People get into
being saturated. So my thing on that, like I said, everybody has a different journey. Like my journey wasn't like it was for everybody else's journey. Like I said, people, when I got in, for me, it was like slow at first, but then again, at the same time, I wasn't applying myself. I wasn't getting myself out here. I wasn't signing up for, multiple signing companies. I wasn't telling any of all my friends or any function we go to, like, hey, I'm a notary, I'm a loan signing agent. Like I wasn't putting myself out there like I did implemented months later. So once I did that, then I started getting more business. Because like I said, I know a girl, a woman here who I kind of like helped her get into, like told her like what courses to take, what to do, study, do like I used to talk to myself in the mirror. So I used to sit in front of a mirror with a loan signing pack and just go through it like I would a bar at a table. And she's already working with directs, and she only been doing this for 3 or 4 months already. So she's already getting directs already. And like I said, it was her marketing. It was her putting herself out there. Nothing I did. Nothing. Right. She even put me on to directs. So I said everybody has their own lane.
Yeah, their own journey.
Have to work for it. I feel like a lot of times people come into this and they don't see it happening overnight, so they start quitting and complaining. Which I feel like in any business, nothing happens overnight.
Overnight, yeah.
Like I try to tell people a lot of times, you put it in the sense of a real estate agent. You think these realtors who want to make millions of dollars, you think they just sitting at home for their phone to ring? Like, no, they're out here marketing, trying to find business. So you have to treat that as such. And that's just my opinion.
No,
always try to relay it in that sense.
No, that's definitely a gem. And that's definitely something that you can't teach people. And I think because we make content on social media around the topic, people think that it's like that, like it's just like something that you could just do really quickly, and not understanding that there's a process, which I get it. But it's some stuff that we can't teach, that we can't show you, and that's how to hustle. We can give you the tools, but saying, if you don't have that hustler's mentality, that spirit, that entrepreneurial spirit about you, then I tell people this may not be the business or side hustle for you. And I don't know what would be.
Far as, and on the dollar amount side, I always tell people, if you get stuck and put in your head that all you want to make is $500 a month, that's all you're going to make, because that's your mentality. Right. You put in your head, okay, this month I'm going to make $4,000. So then you start doing the work to get yourself to make it that $4,000 or whatever you want to make per month. So for me, my goal, because initially, this started off as a side hustle for me. I tell people that all the time. When I first found out about this, I thought this whole loan signing agent. I thought it was a scam. I really did. I was like,
Really?
ain't no way. Like, I thought it was a scam. I was watching all these videos. I said, I said, what's the catch? These people going to jail. Like, you can't be doing this. You're not attorneys, you know. But I had to do my due diligence. I had to go research, and I started going to like these like local meetups they were having. I was like, oh, so this legit. Like, people actually making a living off this. So once I put it into that perspective of like how them telling their stories, like nothing happens overnight, you know, think of it as your brand, the image you're trying to grow within wherever the area you live at, and just putting yourself out there that way. That's how I try to tell people how to go about this business. Like, it's not going to come to you that easily. Yes, it may versus signing agents, loan signing services, but if you want to make more, you need to go out there and you have to network and out there. And a lot of times people are scared, like when they get to that 4, 5, 6 months in, they feel like, okay, like I've been closing packages, I haven't been getting any errors or anything fax back, so I feel like I'm ready to go direct. And a lot of times people, they're scared to present themselves to these direct companies. Because a lot of times, like I said, what I take away from the loan signing conference I went to this summer in July, and when they had like these VPs of these title companies, do you know the number one thing she said? Nobody was coming in. I was so shocked. She said nobody was coming in. Like, nobody is coming in. Nobody's introducing themselves. Nobody's like saying, hey, I'm a notary loan signing agent. I've been doing this, blah, blah, blah. This is how many packages or clients I have closed. Nobody was doing that. So she said when nobody does that, that's when I resort to signing services because I have nobody coming in. So until I start getting people coming in, I get a rotation going, then I'll, do the direct route. But until then, I do signing services. So I was like, like people always complaining about, I can't go direct. They go here. They use this person. They use that person. Well, if they're out sick, they don't use. So,
absolutely. And it's just all about being in abundance, just having that mentality of an overflow, because that's what you have to have. Honestly, this business is so much about your mindset that is just, it's. I'm not gonna say it's really not less. It's less of like your experience, right? Because anybody could be a notary loan signing agent. There's no prerequisite. There's absolutely, you just have to have graduated a high school and can speak English and pass the background check, like the bare minimum as far as experience and what's needed. But your mindset is what really takes you far in this business. And I know you mentioned the conference, which I didn't get to go to last year. I was very hurt. I was very sad. Mark told me this year that I better have my booty at his conference in 2022. So I'm saying it right now, Mark. I will be there in 2022. As soon as you put tickets on sale, I'm gonna get it.
But to me, honestly, that was the best. That was the best conference I've been to even in my 8 to 5 professional career. Like that.
Oh my God!
I
have never been so excited to go to a conference in my life. I was so hurt I couldn't go last year. I was so sad. It was just wasn't going to work out for me. I just wasn't going to be able to go. But this year, I know it's going to be in August. No, I'm sorry. I'm already in 2022. Did you hear me? Next year.
Wait, has it came out yet? Where it's going to be next year?
I think it's going to be in San Diego. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what I heard, that it's going to be in San Diego, and it's going to be in August. So listen, August is going to be wide open for me. Okay. Whatever day in August, whatever days he picks, I'm there. Like, I want to get like the super VIP ticket, saying I'm just put on my loan signing system hat. I'm just, super excited. But let's talk about Vlogmas because it's December. I don't know if you guys know, but in the month of December, from December 1st to December 25th, or throughout the entire month is your choice, there's this thing called Vlogmas that YouTubers participate in, where we vlog every single day from the 1st to the 25th. Now, last year, I didn't do Vlogmas. I was scared. Jeron did it. last year. I was looking at his videos, like, man, should I hop in now? I was like, nah, I'm not gonna hop in. I'm just gonna wait until next year. So tell me about your experience with Vlogmas. Are you doing it this year? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's changed? Because this is a personal question, honestly. You know, this ain't got shit to do with daggone notary. I just want to know, personally, because I'm in the thick of it now. So,
So for me, last year was my first year doing it. Of course, I messed up because my scheduling of content was completely off. With me working there 8 to 5 and trying to film, record, edit, which was threw me off. So when I went back and watched other content, like other YouTubers on the platform, seeing like how they do Vlogmas and how they schedule Vlogmas, a lot of the content is already like not bulked, but more so pre-recorded, and then you release your videos as the days come. So that was
I've been trying,
that was the key to Vlogmas. Another thing, another reason why a lot of content creators do, because one, it gives you a chance to kind of like challenges yourself, like far as like a content creator, like can I really like film, edit, record, upload, and also record content that your followers, subscribers, they want to see and know about. So last year I got a couple of my topics.
I think we lost him, y'all. Jeron, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. We lost you for a second. Yep.
Okay. Can you see me now?
You said yes.
Okay. So just basically, like I said, doing the pre-recordings, and like I said, I always ask in the comments, like, what kind of content do my followers, subscribers want to see, and then I just write that on the board. I implement that in my next video that I do. But Vlogmas is fun. Like, I like doing the whole little Christmas little intro thingy that took me like 5 hours to do that little 3-4 second intro. But yeah, like I said, it just challenges me as a creator to see like what I can really do and how I can still grow on the platform. Because like I said, I will say YouTube has opened so many doors. I know for you and me, in other ways. But so I'm definitely excited about Vlogmas this year. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the approach, and the reason why I'm doing it this year is because I want to challenge myself, and I really want to take my content up a notch for 2022. And as far as like posting on a regular basis, I've been slipping on that so bad, just life. And what people don't understand, being a content creator is like having a whole other job. So imagine being a notary loan signing agent and having to do direct marketing, to do your signings, to do this, and this, and you still have to create content, throughout the week on a regular basis. It gets very overwhelming and you get burnt out very quickly. And I don't think people really get it, even like with doing TikTok, because once you start creating content, you can't just stop, or else you'll fall out of the algorithm. So be a little bit kinder to us. Trust me, we definitely want to get the content out for you guys, and we want to be super helpful. But that's why I know for me, trying to answer questions in the comments, it gets it gets a little bit to be too much. So just be a little bit kind. I'm just putting it out there so that you guys know and understand that I know if you ask me something and if I don't respond right away, trust me, I have, especially during Vlogmas, I have 1,000,001 things going on throughout my day, and time
and a lot of
management.
people, they don't realize like these videos. I know for me, speaking for me, a lot of times like people think when they see these 8-10 minute, however long videos that we just record and upload, like no, I have like a whole editing software, and then a lot of times my 8-minute videos that I think be like, okay, I'm good. Sometimes they'll take me a whole hour to 2 hours to edit, because like I said, I have bloopers, I try to edit stuff out. Sometimes I'll forget to stop when I'm recording. I'm on a phone call. I'm like, they can't hear me and my friends when we talk. Like, I can't show that. So it's like stuff we edit out. Thank you, brand new. Yeah, I'm trying to stay on it this year.
Brand new. Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Me too.
I'm trying to stay on it this year. So that's the goal.
I've done a couple of vlogs, but the views on them have been terrible, and I know it's because it's not notary content. Like I already know what's going to do good and what's going to do bad on my channel, so I'm not really worried about that. It's just be getting in the habit of doing these videos and filming my day every single day. And because TikTok, it's a little bit different. I can kind of, even though
TikTok, I just do that from my phone and upload.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but with YouTube, child, that's why I'm up here drinking wine now, okay? Because I got to wind down.
Say, was it Fake Rich and Tired says it takes so long to edit. I mean, it does, but I will keep at it because, like I said, it will. You'll get just one video. All it takes is one video to take off, and then, like I said, I think I did a day in the life. I did a day in the life video. I remember I had probably 1,000 subscribers. That day in the life video I did, I uploaded it, not thinking of it, just showing y'all what I do. Day in life as alongside an agent. I woke up the next morning, I had 2,000 plus subscribers. I had grew just overnight from that one video. So, like I said, you just gotta keep at it. Like, you may not get the views at first. I tell people just keep going, keep recording. People ask me how do I become a YouTuber? Film, record, edit, or not even that. When I first started, I was just filming and uploading, bump editing. So that's all. I tell anybody that's the best advice. I can tell anybody that want to do YouTube, just film, record, because believe it or not, it's over a million of us on this platform.
Exactly.
Somebody's gonna find your channel that they can relate to. Somebody's gonna relate to you. Somebody's gonna follow you for you. So everybody follows somebody for their own reason. So that's why I tell everybody it's never too late. You can be one of us. It's never too late. Like, everybody has their own following, and people follow you for a particular reason. So
absolutely,
anybody can do YouTube. You really can just record. Because I mean, at first, even me, if you watch some of my vlogs, I'm comfortable. I don't care when people be looking at me weird, talking to my camera, or I'm sitting at lunch talking to my camera, going through papers that I just left alone signing, making sure everything's blah blah blah. But I mean, at first I used to be like, oh my God, people gonna think I'm weird talking to this camera. But now I'm just like, hey, listen, this is a job.
That's something that I mean, I don't really care either, but sometimes I when I'm in the store or something like that, I'm like, yeah, this does. I mean, it looks weird, but I get over it very, very quickly. But yeah, I would say for me, it was kind of the same thing because I had my YouTube channel. I had it started. I was doing videos. Nothing was connecting. And then it wasn't until I did that notary video, I said, oh, I'm a notary loan signing agent. When I did that first video on just something new that I was doing, because I done saw a YouTube video. And when that took off, I was like, okay, I don't know what the hell happened, why this is happening, but people are clearly interested in this topic. Same thing with TikTok. I did that video on how to become a notary loan signing agent, and I'm almost at 40,000 now, which is absolutely, that's really not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But to me, it's
yeah. And like I said, and that's another thing. Me, I started TikTok. And I remember you came to me about TikTok, and I was like, yeah,
yes,
you should.
I did.
And look at you. I tell people, everybody has a different avenue. Everybody's plans going to be different from yours. Just don't stop your plan and grind because of somebody else's. You came to me about TikTok, and you blown up. So
I did, Jeron. Listen, so that you all know, me and Jeron obviously be having our sideline conversations. And when I was looking to get on the platform, I was like, Jeron, how's TikTok been working for you? Is it going over to your YouTube? Are you seeing a cross? I was like, I think I'm gonna try it. And he was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I did my one little video, and I was like, damn. So yes, you were the one that got me on TikTok. Yes, absolutely. I did come to you because you were doing it. And I didn't know Brittany at the time, Brittany Palmer, and I saw her videos too. You and Brittany's were the main people that I was seeing on TikTok.
So I started doing it when I knew about Brittany. So Brittany was one, and then it's the older woman. that's who I started watching hers. I was like, well, hold on, let me do it, since because she had a lot of her videos that do really well, especially when she did one about how to become a notary loan signing agent. So I was like, well, let me do it from my perspective, even though it's kind of the same thing, but just from a different voice. And so yeah, that's what, like I said, that's how I took off. But yeah, I knew about Brittany, and I met her at the loan signing conference.
At the conference, yeah. I haven't met her yet, but we've exchanged and phone numbers and stuff, and we chat every once in a while. So, that's the thing. That's one thing I love about the notary community. Everybody, we like, it truly is a community. Like, we come to each other for every little thing, I feel like, when it comes to, social media, when it comes to the notary business, just, I'm saying, just like every little thing.
Especially in the beginning, yeah.
Yes.
We were all still basically learning together, kind of sort of at the same time. Because I will say, like, I never in a million years thought that social media would play a huge part in any business. Like, if you sell T-shirts, I mean, whatever you sell, like, social media, if you use it the right way, can take your business to a whole nother level. And I say that on any platform. Even some of my directs here in Charlotte found me through he said I popped up in his reels from YouTube, from Instagram, and another one found me off YouTube one day. Him and his wife, they were scrolling, and one of my videos popped up. He reached out to me through my email address that I put on my videos. I was like, hey, I need some more people on my team. What's your availability? I was like, oh, well, hey, yeah. So, like I said, you never know. Like, if you just use social media the right way, keep pushing, keep going. Yeah, you might get 1, 2 views. That doesn't stop. My first video had 5 views.
Yeah.
My first video for the first week had 5 views. But do you think I stopped? No, I kept posting content because I knew what I could share with people. I knew it was valuable information. So I just kept posting and kept going at it until, like I said, that one video, then life took off, and then that's how my following started to grow. So,
yep. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the room. So just so you know, guys, there is a link in the description box below to if you want to come on camera. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join, if you got your glass or whatever ready, if you want to come on camera and join us, feel free to do that. The link is in the description box. Also, if you don't know the purpose why we're doing this live, because me and Jeron are finally going to meet in person, okay, next Sunday. Next Sunday for the 757 Sisters Notary Brunch in Hampton, Virginia. I will be there. Jeron will be there. My girl, Keisha, this After Hours VA, the Ron extraordinaire will be there, all brought to you by the 757 Sisters, which is Miss Ebony Locke. Ebony's signed with Ebony is her company. So the tickets for that, if you go to, I believe they're on Ebony's page. I don't know why I didn't do this before. I believe if you go to 757 Sisters, if you go to the Facebook group, if you go to Sign with Ebony on Instagram, the tickets will most certainly be there. We will be there. Me and Jeron will be there, okay, doing this live in person for the first time ever. I am so excited, like super excited. Brand new's coming. Hey, brand new is going to be there. Oh, Jeron is frozen. Jeron is frozen. But yes, brand new. We will see you there. Okay, we will see you there. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, we lost Jeron. I don't know what's going on, but listen, get your tickets, please. There is only a few left. There's not many tickets left. So there's only a few. If you are in, hell, if you're just in the DMV area, this is something that you are going to want to drive to and come out. Attending these notary networking events, coming to these events it's just so special that we're able to, have these moments as a community. And I think Ebony does a great job of putting these on. Like I said, there's only like very few tickets left. So I'm telling y'all, if you see this, if you hear this, and you have not got your ticket, you definitely want to get it before it sells out. The food options are going to be crazy. Ebony gave me a little bit of menu. You know, I like to eat. Okay, so I was excited when I saw the menu. I was like, "Oh, Ebony's stepping it up as far as the food." Okay, Ebony. So yeah, brand new. We will see you.
Excited. Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to meet you too, brand new. You have been, and thank you for your support. I noticed you too on my comments and my videos too, so definitely thank you. I
Absolutely.
can't wait to meet you as well. I can't wait. Like I said, I've like been wanting to do this again ever since I met. Because like I said, I met Ebony at the Loan Signing Conference, and I've been needing to get back to the Virginia area anyway. But so yeah, I'm really really excited about it. Can't wait. It's gonna be a blast.
It
Definitely
is.
gonna drop some gems and give some advice on, like I said, how a lot of people, I feel like too, when in this business, personally, I feel like you should also use this business to open up doors for other businesses, because there's so much you can do
Yes.
out here. And I tell anybody, let this be the door to open many other doors for you to go into. Like I said, I know people like Brittany, she's doing vending now. Like,
Yep. She's doing vending machines. Mm-hmm.
so there's so many other businesses you can do. I just tell people, like, don't stop, just keep grinding, keep hustling, because it's just a lot out here, And I look at these quotes and everything, not quotes, but these like what's going on right now with people not wanting to work. Like a lot of restaurants are closing. Like I still understand that, but like for me, a lot of restaurants are closing. People don't want to work, and I'm just like, people don't want to work. Like, I'm sorry. When I grew up, like when I turned 18, I had 3 choices: military, college, or you gotta get you a job and get your own apartment. So,
Yep. Exactly.
so
Mm-hmm.
ever since then, I just had this hustle mentality. I just been on the up and up. So,
Yeah. I think that there's a question for you that brand new has. There's one in Charlotte tomorrow. Will you be there at that one also?
I don't think so. I haven't heard about the one in Charlotte. Is that, I know it's like 2 groups. I'm not sure. No, I haven't heard about the one in Charlotte tomorrow, but I won't be at that because I'm actually going out of town tomorrow.
But he will be in Hampton with your
We'll be in
girl,
Hampton.
and you will be there too, and everybody will be there. So yeah.
I will be in Hampton.
Yes. So I wanted to briefly touch on this because you, just like you mentioned it, there's other opportunities and things that you can do within the notary loan signing business. And I know me and you, we always talk about Clubhouse because we're both not Clubhousers. It's not that I don't want to be on Clubhouse. It's just hard for me to sit still and listen for hours at a time.
Half the
That's just very.
time I'm in there, I'm washing dishes, or half the time, honestly, if they catch me if it's a good room on a good night, I have that on while I'm editing the video. Like, I have to be doing like something in the background. I just can't sit there, or times they've got me where I'm like driving. So it's like, okay, well, I'm driving. I got like a 2-hour drive. Like, I can hop in here, but if it's like home, me sitting on my couch, that's gonna be kind of hard.
Yeah, like I can't, like, usually if I'm driving and I'll open up Clubhouse and there's a room, I'll pop in. So that's pretty much the main time. Or if somebody asks me to be there in a room, because I get that pretty often. But how do you feel just about notaries going into like the educational space with, just getting their commission and just starting and then automatically going? But Griff talks about this a lot on his channel too. But shout out to Uncle Griff. I actually have to follow up with him because me and Uncle Griff when they get together and talk about this too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there is some negatives. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna keep it real. There is some like negatives. There's some negative Nancy's within the notary, community. There is just, and I only bring up Clubhouse and honestly the Facebook group too, because the Facebook group, some of them are just, I stay out of the Facebook groups for the most part.
The
But how do you feel?
The only real Facebook group that I'm really active in is Ebony's group, because it's just
That's the only
positive.
one. Yep.
That's the one I'm in other ones, but as far as like me being active, commenting or other people posting stuff is Ebony's group.
Yeah,
Because when I
Ebony's,
started
yeah.
off, I was in a bunch, and
Me
somebody
too.
asked one simple question and they was ripping them apart. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
are we here to tear them down? Are we here to help them? Like, geesh, like, okay, they
And it
forgot
still
one simple thing.
happens.
It still happens to this day.
Yes, I was. I'm not gonna say which group that I was in, but yeah, it still happens where people just so can be so negative, and it's like I don't understand why. Like I do understand there is some people that jump into this business and expect to be handheld, and that's not something that I think is wise to do, just because it depends so much on your own efforts. The money you make depends so much on you. But I just think that people are just afraid, because most of the people that are negative like that, they're older notaries. And I've been seeing that a lot. And that's why I was asking you, how you felt about the whole education thing, because I think we both pretty much said this. We always say that we're not mentors, right? That's something that we both have in common, because I say the same thing. I said I definitely don't consider myself a mentor. I consider myself a resource. If you need a mentor, mine is Mark Wills. Go sign up for Mark's course. He's the mentor. He's the only mentor that you need, in my opinion. But most well, I'm not gonna say most. Some notaries, they get into this business and they just want to jump from being commissioned to putting out a course, and it's like,
I can agree.
baby
Because
step.
I've noticed and I peeped that. I tell people, yes, I'm not a mentor. I can be a
Right.
resource to you. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, if you come to me and you ask me, what program I took, I'll give you a couple. I mean, because like I said,
Right.
to me,
Right.
the loan signing system it is what it is. For me, it's straight to the point. Like I took that
Yeah.
course and hit the ground running. But at the same time, I also tell people, like, there are other courses out here too.
Courses.
I tell people,
Yep.
do your
Exactly.
research, find people who took that course and ask them why they like that, what they thought about the course, ask them their pros and the cons of the course. And then you
Mm-hmm.
make your decision from there about which course you
Mm-hmm.
want to proceed with that. So, like I say, even though
Right.
I vouch for the loan signing system course, that's what I took. But at the same time, I also not. That Mark course is also not for everybody. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
So it is other courses out here, but I just tell people to just do your due diligence, just vet
Do your
them.
research. Yeah.
Now, far as how can I say this without sounding far as people who have courses now, same thing. Vet them. Like find
Mm-hmm.
out where their testimonials are. Find out actual people who took that course. Ask those people, do you think it's worth the investment? What are your pros? What are your cons about the course? What didn't you like about the course? What did you feel like it could have been more better versus other courses you heard about? Like I said, you have to vet those as well, because like I said, in any business, yes, you have people out here. I mean, I'll be real with you. You have people out here who are not in your best interest. They just trying to make a
Right.
quick $400, $500, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna. You buy this course, they send you a link, and you don't hear from them again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my FYI. Vet, do your research, find out from real people who took their course. Ask them what their pros, their cons, what they liked about the course, what they didn't like about the course, and then go from there. Now, everybody knows me. I'm a loan signing system. I even to this day, like I still don't regret the money I spent on the course, because even at the conference, like I still learned so much knowledge, and even from his connections that he has connections from the West Coast to the East Coast. He has connections all over. So just learning gems from them and picking up notes and stuff. Like I said, that was the course for me. But then again, like I said, I just tell people, just do your research, do your due diligence, read testimonials, connect with somebody who say they took their course and then pull them aside and just like, hey, I just want to get your view on this course. I'm trying to figure out which route I should go. And that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, and that's I'm glad that you answered that the way that you did, because that's really why I wanted to bring that topic up, because honestly I get that asked so much. That's probably the number one thing that I'm asked. And it's just nice to get it's nice to get other people's opinions. Like I said, we have these conversations offline, but I don't think people are transparent enough in the notary community to have this conversation online. You know what I'm saying? And to just act like that certain things aren't really happening in the notary space. It's like we have to be honest and transparent about these, because this is people's lives, this is people's money. You know what I'm saying? So, and just like you said, I tell people the same thing: do your due diligence. Mark's course, obviously, I took Mark's course, and I think that his course is great. I think the way that his course is formatted, it's just like you said, it's straight to the point, and he literally takes you from having nothing to having a full-blown business. You know what I'm saying? Literally, Mark's course takes you from nothing to having a business that you can start making money with the very next day. The very next day. So,
when I finished his course and I got my first sign of service, and I got that first notification and I accepted and got the job, I was like, oh my God, this is real.
yeah, it's real. And I also I just feel like, if for me personally, because people ask me if I'm gonna create a course, and I tell people I just think that there's so many great courses that's out there. I don't feel like it's necessary to create another course. But like I said, resources, I consider myself a resource. So any type of resources that I can create and provide to others in this business that that can help them get from point A to point B, I'm absolutely going to do. That's not something that I'm against, but just be careful out there, people. If you're brand spanking new and you come across my video or Jeron's video about the notary loan signing agent business, we recommend the loan signing system, but do your due diligence. If there's other courses out there that you're interested in, there's Vanessa Terry's course, Notary to Notary. There's so many different courses that you can take. Just do your due diligence, find out what best suits you and your learning style, and then just go from there. So that's on that.
And I was going to mention, Vanessa Terry, she has a good course too, and she has a lot of successful students as well. So I tell people also look and do hers, and can follow some of her students as well. So that's another good one. But everybody knows, like I said, Mark has opened so many doors for me. So
Mark, that's my guy. Mark is just, man, he's just that. I wonder if I can't even put into words how much that man has changed my life, and it's absolutely crazy. And I've never met him yet. So I'm pretty sure when I meet him, I'm going to be super emotional.
I was starstruck. So I was coming up the escalator at the conference, about to get in line to go inside. And all I heard was Jeron Akeem. And I looked back, it was him. I was like, oh, hey, you know me?
And the fact that he watches us, Mark be watching.
Oh, he does.
If y'all don't know, Mark be on this here on Beyonce's internet, and he be watching. He probably gonna watch this. I'm probably gonna get a text message.
Yes, he does.
So Mark be watching, and that's just, he is. Oh my God!
It's one thing to take somebody's course who has thousands, trained over thousands of students. And for him to still know you when he sees you, it just speaks for itself. And then for him I know he watches my videos because, like I said, he gave me a little session about some gems and things that I'm doing good, but things how I can do better. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
well, thank you. So, like I said, yeah, that he holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I'm very much so. I can't even put into words how much that he means to me. Just all his efforts and just him being a true mentor. I just it's let
Because
me drink because
coming
he.
into this industry, I doubted myself a lot of the times.
Mhm.
And as I went through his course and took some of his notes and advice, and then on my third sign-in, I was like, "Oh, this it? This it?" It's like, "Oh,
Mhm.
this was what I was nervous about." That's just me, like how I took it, because
I was the same way.
honestly,
Mhm.
it's hard to tell a newbie it's not hard until they see that
Right.
really we're just giving a brief description. We're just going through it, signing, dating, making sure they're good, we're good, making sure communication is closed, making sure, because 9 times out of 10, when you're sitting down at these people's table, they just want to get this over with. Because a lot of times
Mhm.
it took them 2 to 3 months to get to this point where we're coming with them with the final papers to sign and close. So a lot of times they just want to sign and get this over with and get their check, they cashing out, or waiting for their skip their free month. Because I have people ready to skip that free month and no payment. Like, no payments out this
Right.
January. Oh, okay. I can buy my kids extra Christmas gift this year. Stuff like that. So
Mhm.
people, it's not as hard as you think it is. I know it's like better said than done, but it's not hard. You just have to get out there and do it and feel confident. Like, because me at this point, like I walk in as I'm the expert here. So this is how the sign and close is gonna go, and we're gonna get through this.
Mhm. All right, so it looks like we got just the we're gonna wrap this up at 10 o'clock, guys. But this last question came in from Jasmine X. What was your personal biggest hurdle in being a LSA? Do you want to take that first?
I'll let you take that first.
Okay. my biggest my my personal biggest hurdle in being a loan signing agent, honestly, was just believing just honestly believing that this was something that was going to change my life. I didn't know coming into this that that I was even going to a year later be doing this. This was just something that I was trying out. When I became a loan signing agent, this was in the middle, COVID. Well, COVID had just hit. You know what I'm saying? I had like my industry with my work that I was doing before was completely shut down. I had no income coming in. I was staying at my mom's house. So I was looking for something I could do on the side, and I didn't know if being a notary was something that or a loan signing agent was something that I would like. I just knew that it was something that I could do, but I didn't necessarily think that I would like it. And then for it to be what it is a year later, like I said, I tell people within my first 3 months, I made over $10,000 in my notary business by December. I was making over $10,000 a month. Um, so I, this is it definitely wasn't expected. You see people, you know what I'm saying? You see, people making all this money. You see it on YouTube. You see the videos of when it actually happens to you. It's like, for me, I didn't think that that was possible for me. So honestly, it was just believing in myself, you know what I'm saying? Believing this was something that I could do, believing that this was something that I could take and grow and have it be, like my main, like this is literally what I do now outside of YouTube and, my, other business, those that know I do have a marketing and PR management company. So um, my life was always that. So when notary came and it popped, I just wasn't. It was not on my 2020 or my 2021 bingo card. I'm just gonna say that was not on the bingo card. So that was probably the biggest hurdle was getting over myself, my thoughts and my insecurities, and me actually believing that I can do it. So
That's a great one. Okay. So for me, my biggest hurdle with being alongside an agent was, as you all know, I work a full-time job, so I work in corporate America. So my hurdle was trying to be successful in this business with working a 8 to 5, having a 9 to 5 job, whatever you want to call it. So for me, it was like, okay, this is something I really want to do, but at the same time, I didn't want to leave my 8 to 5, my corporate job. I wanted to keep it, and I still, like I said, till to this day. So my biggest hurdle was trying to figure out a system on how I can still be successful in this business and make just as much as somebody doing it full time around the 8 to 5 schedule. So once I learned and started to get signings and calls for, because a lot of times with people that I was closing with, they themselves were working 8 to 5 type jobs. So a lot of times they weren't available to after 5 p.m. So for me, a lot of my signings came at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 a.m. I've done signings late as 11 p.m. at night, which I charge extra for those. But I've done signings little as 11 p.m. I've done signings early at 6 a.m. in the morning. For me, it was just figuring out a system on how I can, I guess, finesse it, I call it, with working a full-time job and also being successful just as somebody doing the business full-time, and creating my schedule, and like I said, just basically knowing what I'm worth. Like I said, once you get into this business and you start to get your experience in month ends, you'll know what you're worth. You'll know if a company calls you like, hey, I know it's right now, I know it's 10 o'clock, but I have this closing, something happened with the previous notary, they couldn't come. What is your fee for last minute? And boom, automatically, this is my fee. And they're like, okay, because 9 times out of 10, they need to get this done. So for me, I would say that was my biggest hurdle, just trying to figure out a system that worked for me with working a full-time job, but still being successful as a part-time agent. Which, if you do go out here, there are a lot of people who actually still work a full-time job, and they're just as successful doing this part-time. Because even, who was it? Even Kayla at first, she was working a full-time job, still doing it part-time, but she was just as successful as somebody doing full-time. So she's also a prime example of how you can do this business full-time and be part-time. But now she's full-time in the business, but he was just as successful as she was doing it part-time.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was already self-employed when I started this journey. That I knew that 8 to 5 life wasn't. I just knew. But there's another question, and then we're going to start wrapping it up. But I do want to answer this question because I think it's a good question. Shout out to Signature 21 Notary. What have you learned about yourself coming into this business? Jeron, there's another question that popped up, but random videos. My mother is a hairstylist, so I already don't pay. But clothes, I do write off clothes.
Yes.
But go ahead.
What I learned about myself coming into this business. That's a good question.
Yeah, that is. That's why I wanted to
What have I learned about myself coming into this business? What have I learned about myself? What have I learned about myself is,
do you need some more time? Because I got an answer.
Yeah, you go ahead. Let me sit right quick, because that's a good question.
It is a good question. What I've learned about myself is for me, I'm such a behind the scenes type person. Everything that I've been doing as a notary loan signing agent is absolutely outside of my comfort zone. Me being on YouTube, outside of my comfort zone. I am such an introvert, and when I say that, people don't believe me. Okay. On the entrepreneurial side, I knew that I could do that because I was already, entrepreneur and had side companies and things like that. So that wasn't new. But for me, being in front, me being the principal, me being the business, me being the brand is something that I never thought that I could do. I didn't think that I had it in myself. I honestly think, because I'm used to doing it for other people, my job is in marketing and branding and PR, I'm used to supporting other people to make sure that their, personal brands and that everything that they have and their relationship with the public is good. But for me, it's something that is just so outside of my comfort zone. So the fact that coming into this business, that I'm on social media, I'm on YouTube, and it's like I'm out here, I'm putting myself out there as me and not supporting somebody else or somebody else's brand, but my stuff, and people actually respond and are interested is just, I didn't think that I had that in me, to be honest. Definitely didn't think that I had that in me. That's definitely the biggest thing that I learned about myself coming into this business, because when I say that your success 110% relies on you in this notary business,
That is true.
it relies on you and nobody else. It's not on escrow. It's not on the signing service. It's not on your mentor or what training you took. It is on you. And I need people to understand that. It is on you, how successful you are. You are the principal. You're the business. You, you. So, yeah. I hope that answered the question. Um, I think I forgot that young lady's name. Signature 21 Notary. I know her. Thank you for supporting Notary Table Talk. Absolutely. Go ahead, Jeron. I'm sorry. We're gonna wrap this up because it's 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so yeah, you kind of like open it up. So for me, what I learned coming to the business is being more, it's the confidence. At first, I wasn't confident about myself. I wasn't confident about my platforms. I wasn't confident about YouTube. I wasn't confident about TikTok. For me, I used to like self-doubt myself, but as I come to grow within the industry, for me, because at one point I thought YouTube, for me, I thought, it was pointless. People really weren't gravitating or taking in the information that I was giving until I went to a loan signing conference, and I had numerous of people walking up to me, telling me like, "Oh my gosh, like it's a pleasure to meet you. Like I wouldn't be at this conference if it wasn't for you today. Like I knew nothing about this industry until I came across your YouTube video. So I just want to tell you." Like I had this one couple who they about to make me cry. They were like, because they were affected last year by COVID. Like they both got laid off from their jobs.
Oh no.
The husband, he was already a notary, but he never knew about loan signing. So then they both came across my YouTube video. They both started watching it. She became a notary. They both took the course, and like collectively together, I want to say she said they're bringing over 10 grand a month, being a loan signing agent. They were able to keep the house from going into foreclosure. They didn't have to pull their kids out of the school they were going to. So like for them, just like thanking me over and over, for me, that made me realize, okay, so yes, I'm doing something. Like it just made me believe in myself even more, and also believe in the platform that I hold. And like I said, doing these videos and talking about the pros and the cons, because like I said, everything is not always goody. Like, and I even have videos where I talk about the pros and the cons. Like, yeah, you have people say, yeah, I just go in the house, do my signing, I leave. Like, no. It's been times where I pulled up to a yard and I'm like, nope, not today. Nope. When you have a
that was almost me. That was almost me a couple of hours ago, Jeron. Let me tell you something. I saw the Confederate flags. I was like, do I want to do this signing today?
No,
I think
when you have a signer putting his gun out on the table, I was like, oh no, okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have the title company reach out to you to have this rescheduled because now you've made me uncomfortable. But no, it's not always like I tell people. In any business, you have your pros and you have your cons. You just have to work through them. And like I said, I always tell people this: at any time, especially women in this business, anytime you don't feel safe, you don't feel comfortable, the slightest little thing like makes you feel like I don't know if I want to proceed with this. Do not be afraid to tell them, okay, we need to reschedule. Something has come up, and then you just relay the message back to the title company because at the end of the day, your safety is what matters.
Absolutely.
We can always reschedule. It's been times where, like I said, I even had to do a notary because I didn't feel comfortable doing it in the home. So I was like, hey, I know there's a coffee shop on the street. Would you mind we go there, do the closing? And they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. Like, blah, blah, blah. It's just the way you relate the message. But like I said, yeah, like I said, no, amount of money. I don't care if the sign is $85. I don't care if it's a $200 direct. Is worth your safety, and I preach and say that
Absolutely.
all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree. 1000%. All right, you guys. So we are going to wrap it up right here. This is the first notary wind down, first episode. I plan on doing these every other week on Friday nights, just to, so that we can just kind of chill, relax, sip some wine, drop some tea, some gems, whatever the case may be. Like I said, Jeron, thank you so much for being the first guest. You already know how I feel about you. So I'm saying cheers to you, my brother. I can't wait to see you next week so we can turn up for real. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. And you guys better get your tickets because there's not many left. And you do not want to
Yes,
miss it.
there isn't many left. Truly, I just emailed you the link so you can get your ticket. I will add the link. There will be a replay of this. So I will add the link to the description box once we get off of here. If those of you that are looking for tickets for the Notary Brunch. As you see, be sure to subscribe to both of our channels. If you are not subscribed to Jeron's channel, to my channel, what are you doing? Okay. Subscribe to our channels. I have memberships, so you can become a member where I'll be doing more lives that are more informative, that are more so on the training side. You can ask me. I provide tips. You can drop your suggestions for videos. You get to see videos first. There's different tiers, so whichever level that you would like to support, I greatly appreciate it. All this does is goes back into me being able to create more content for you all, such as this, to continue to do these lives, to continue to do these videos. And my cousin just dropped in the chat, hey, Miss Brittany Carson, she's a teacher. Shout out to my family in Louisiana. They support me all the time. So shout out to my Louisiana family. Love you, cousin. Yeah. Do you have any last words or anything before we get up off of here?
No, I just like I said, I just want to thank you guys. Thank you again for inviting me to your channel. Like I said, I'm starting to get more and more comfortable doing these lives.
Yeah.
But like I said, definitely if you don't, or if you are going to be in the area, if you like 2-4 hours flight away, like I said, we'll be in Hampton, Virginia, where I'll be dropping in-person gems. It's a time to talk once again, and like I said, just have a nice time together, taking gems, hearing stories. Because I like to
Yes.
hear stories too. I like to hear people's why, like what made you become a notary alongside an agent, like why, what
Mm-hmm.
what are your goals? So, like I said, because you never know, your story may help somebody else. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, but like I said, just thank you all for being here. And thank you again for having me.
I do want to mention I am announcing and dropping some dope stuff at the brunch. So, I haven't really announced it on my channel yet so far. But if you come to the brunch, I got some super dope updates. And you know what I'm saying, that some things that I'm rolling out. So, what I'm saying, if you're a member, I'm gonna drop it on the membership side early. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not a member, you got to come to the brunch because I got some dope stuff coming. I have some amazing opportunities that I have been blessed with that has came my way 2021. So I can't wait to share that with everybody. Until next time, guys, remember that your floor, this is a good one that one of my good friends, clients always says, your floor could be somebody's ceiling. So always remember that. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. I got 2 signings in the morning. I got an 8 and a 9 a.m. So I need to get up off of here and get ready for bed and print my documents. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the Notary Wind Down, the first episode. And until next time, guys, y'all know how I do. Peace.